In this video, we're going to take a look at the Parker 99R Safety Razor. Now, when I first received the Parker 99R razor, I was quite impressed by its heft. It is quite a heavy razor, and one in this instance that has a barber pole. Now, it's a TTO, or a turn to open razor, and this appeals, well, more often than not to beginners and novices in wet shaving. Now, I had read a number of things about Parker in the past, that there was some quality control issues, that some of the razors after a short period of time would corrode or fall apart, or weren't up to scratch. I mean, the other large players in the market, of course, are Mercer and Mueller and Edwin Jagger. So I always was interested in looking at Parker and evaluating it for myself. Now, I have to say that I was most impressed by the quality and build of this particular razor, and so I was very eager to put in one of my favourite blades, which was a Pole Silver, and take this for a test run. I shaved with it probably about 3 or 4 times, and using various soaps, and put it through its paces. I have to say that this is an incredibly mild razor, and one which I struggled with, to be perfectly honest with you. I struggled in finding the angle. I struggled in that we normally talk about an angle of anywhere between 30 and 40. I found that I was doing all sorts of crazy things on my face just to find the angle on this thing. And so, having come from other DE razors to the Parker, for me, was a very, very frustrating exercise. Does that mean that there's anything wrong with this razor? Absolutely not. As I say, they have certainly improved on the build. They've improved on the quality, and this, I mean, really, to look at it, you think it's like like any other reputable razor on the market. As I say, there is heft there, and that's what I liked about it, but it's the cutting head. It's not only mild, but it was very hard to find the angle, and so I found myself going over the same spot time and time again, and of course this is a big problem because it causes irritation. Interestingly, I thought about who this razor would be best suited to, and I would have to say a beginner. If you're coming into shaving for the very first time and you think that this is what wet shaving is about, then you would probably be able to get a bit more use out of it. As I said, I think it's a fairly good razor for the price, and that is the one thing you cannot beat on this. The build to price ratio is phenomenal. I've seen these for under $20. This is the 99R, but I've seen them as high as about $35 as well. So they're really in that ballpark. A lot of people prefer the turn to open, or the barn door style razor. They just like it. Pop it in there. It's nice and easy, and yeah, they show a preference to these. Personally, I probably wouldn't be using this as an everyday razor. In fact, I'm not going to use it very much at all, and I will look to pass this on to someone who's looking to get into traditional wet shaving. Having said that, of course, I'm not attacking the razor or the build. I think it's good for what it is. But if you are coming from a more experienced space, then this razor may not be for you. May not be for you. You may love it. Your mileage may vary. Anyway, that's it for what it's worth. The Parker 99R. For those of you that are budget conscious, I think it's worth a go. Thanks for watching.